said to him, I genuinely meant this, right? I wasn't just kind of making fun of him. He has a really tough job because he has to defend the indefensible, which is Kamala Harris's record. And if you notice, when she goes around the country, she does this thing that, I haven't been in politics long enough. Maybe I haven't, if I was in politics a little bit longer, I'd be a little bit more shameless. But, she says on day one, we're going to tackle the affordability crisis. Or on day one, we're going to tackle the national security problems. On day one, we're going to make the border more secure. It's like, Kamala, day one was 1,400 days ago. What have you been doing the whole time? Stop talking about it. Go do something. But Guy, I don't know if you noticed, and I think it was yesterday, it may have been the day before yesterday, but she went on The View, and she made a big mistake. If you guys, I wouldn't recommend watching The View at all, but especially not with Kamala Harris out there. But they asked her, like, the ultimate softball question, which is, did Joe Biden do anything that you disagreed with? And remember, her whole campaign is to run away from Joe Biden, even though she's his vice president. And she said, well, nothing comes to mind. One difference that you can name between her and Joe Biden, and by her own words, knowing this would be a softball, she said nothing comes to mind. Now, in Kamala Harris's defense, and I'm not trying to be mean, I think, whatever the topic might be, maybe nothing comes to mind for Kamala Harris. So that's just kind of how she
That's
how
Joe
she does
Biden.
things.
I think the Joe Biden, it doesn't come to mind. I mean, that might be it.
But it just drives home how everything that has been tried and found wanting over the last 3.5 years, she's offering to double down on it. And if you want to take the country in a different direction, if you think, for example, the way to lower energy prices is not socialist price controls, but to unleash American energy workers to develop this stuff in our own territory, as Donald Trump would say, drill, baby, drill. That's the solution to high energy prices. And unlike Kamala Harris, we don't just have a plan, we also have a record to run on. Right? I genuinely, I don't know Tim Walz that well, but I feel really bad for him because I can go out there and say, oh, my running mate delivered record low inflation. He delivered rising take-home pay. He delivered a secure southern border. Tim Walz's running mate delivered exactly the opposite, and she's going to get even worse if we make her the President of the United States, and we're not going to do that because we're going to fight and make sure Donald Trump wins this election.
Switching